ZYX News begins with today's political spotlight, focusing on a growing trend that media commentators, especially on the Five, have been discussing: the Democratic Party's strategic focus on what some analysts call the rise of the liberal wine moms. This term, often used in political commentary, refers to suburban, college-educated women, typically middle or upper-middle class, whose voting patterns have become influential in recent election cycles. Today, we take a deeper look at why this demographic matters, how it is being courted politically, and what this trend could mean for future elections. According to analysts highlighted in discussions on the Five, Democrats are increasingly investing time, messaging, and campaign resources toward appealing to suburban women who have shown strong interest in issues like education, reproductive rights, health care, and social stability. Many political strategists believe that this group played a key role in past electoral shifts and will continue shaping future voting outcomes. The idea is that these voters respond strongly to emotional messaging, community-based policies, and candidates who present themselves as calm, compassionate, and steady, in contrast to more confrontational political figures. However, conservative commentators argue that this strategy may come with risks. As discussed on the Five, some panelists believe the Democratic focus on suburban women could unintentionally alienate other voter blocs, including working-class families, rural communities, and minority voters with different priorities. Critics say that narrowing in too tightly on a single demographic may oversimplify the political landscape and overlook broader concerns like inflation, public safety, and border policies, issues that resonate beyond any one group. At the same time, supporters of this Democratic strategy argue that political campaigns naturally invest in the groups most likely to deliver key victories. They point out that suburban women have shown higher voter turnout, strong engagement with political causes, and significant influence on social conversations. For Democrats, continuing to strengthen relationships with this demographic may reinforce their base, especially in states where close races can swing national decisions. They also argue that this group is not monolithic. While labeled broadly as wine moms, their concerns vary widely across regions, professions, and personal experiences. As we move closer to upcoming election cycles, both parties are expected to adjust their outreach strategies. Republicans, as discussed by some on the Five, may attempt to reconnect with suburban women by focusing on parental rights, education oversight, economic stability, and community safety. Meanwhile, Democrats may continue emphasizing social freedoms, access to health care, and issues tied to family well-being. The key question is not which side these voters will choose, but how their priorities will shift as new political, economic, and cultural pressures emerge. For now, the rise of the so-called liberal wine moms highlights a broader truth. Elections are increasingly shaped by targeted demographic shifts, evolving cultural identities, and the power of emotionally resonant messaging. Whether this strategy becomes a long-term political pathway or simply a temporary trend will depend on how both parties respond to the changing realities of American voters. ZYX News will continue following this conversation closely as political analysts debate what these shifts mean for the future. Thank you for watching ZYX News. For more detailed analysis, political insights, and data-driven reporting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next update.